Christ is risen. Indeed, he is risen. Greetings to all of you from St Vladimir's Orthodox Theological Seminary, where we've enjoyed a remarkably glorious Paschal season this year. It's also a time in which we're celebrating the centennial of the birth of our former dean and beloved professor, Protopresbyter Alexander Schmemann. We've all been enjoying hearing his voice in many of the presentations we've been bringing to you this year, different ways that his writings have been brought forward. And once again, I'd like to share with you a portion from the celebration of faith, his homilies preached on the church year, especially now that we're in this glorious Paschal season. He said to us, "We can celebrate Easter, Pascha, the resurrection, every year. For Easter is not the remembrance of an event in the past. It is the real encounter in happiness and joy with Him whom our hearts long ago knew and encountered as the life and light of all life. Easter night testifies that Christ is alive and with us, and that we are alive in Him. The entire celebration is an invitation to look at the world and life and to behold the dawning of the mystical day of the kingdom of light. Today, the scent of spring begins, sings the church, and the new creation exalts. It exalts in faith and love and in hope. This is the day of the resurrection. Let us be illumined by the feast. Let us embrace each other. Let us call brothers even those who hate us, and forgive all by the resurrection. And so let us cry, Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life." Christ is risen. Indeed, he is risen. As we continue to celebrate this centennial year of the birth of Father Alexander, I would also ask that each of you consider making a supporting gift to the seminary during Paschaltide. It's one way in which you and I can celebrate the glorious feast that, of course, last year, for most of us, we weren't allowed to keep because of COVID. We've been able to keep the seminary open and functioning in a residential way this entire year, and for that we thank God. But it also means that we really do need to appeal to you to help us financially and with your prayers so that we can complete this year and be prepared for the beginning of the next academic year. So please help us keep this year of celebration of Alexander Schmemann's birth by sending any contribution at any level, but please be as generous as possible. And also check out our new website. There's an easy way to make this donation online. Again, Christ is risen. Indeed, he is risen.